Welcome back to our channel, a place where people find love. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. I will personally reply to your comments.
Here's what it means when a woman disappears and then comes back. She needs something. She might need you to help her with her rent. She might need you to help her get over her ex. She might need you to help her with her house. She needs something from you because truly, if you really miss somebody.
Have you ever been completely confused by a woman's behavior? One day she's all over you, texting constantly, making plans, acting like you're the best thing since sliced bread. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, she goes cold, distant, almost like you don't exist. You're sitting there wondering what the hell happened, replaying every conversation, trying to figure out what you did wrong. Here's the truth that's going to blow your mind. Sometimes when a woman pushes you away the hardest, that's exactly when she wants you the most. I know it sounds backwards, but stick with me because understanding this will change everything about how you handle women. Most guys get this completely wrong and end up sabotaging amazing connections without even realizing it. They either start chasing desperately or walk away thinking she's lost interest. Both reactions are dead wrong. What I'm about to share isn't some pickup artist nonsense or manipulation tactics. This is real psychology, the hidden emotional patterns that drive female behavior that most men never understand. And once you get this, you'll never misread a woman's signals again, so hit the subscription button, like and comment before we dive into the subject matter under consideration. The first reason she pushes you away when she wants you most is fear of losing control. Think about it. Modern women are raised to be independent, to have their guard up, to protect themselves emotionally. They've built these walls for years, sometimes decades. Then you come along and suddenly she starts feeling things she hasn't felt in a long time. Real emotions, deep connection, the kind that makes her vulnerable. And vulnerability terrifies her because it means you now have power over her emotions. Not because you're trying to control her, but because the person who cares more typically feels less in control. So her natural response is to pull back and create distance. She might go cold, act uninterested, or even pretend you don't matter to her. This isn't rejection. It's emotional self-preservation. Here's where most men screw up royally. They see her pulling away and immediately start chasing harder. More texts, more calls, trying to prove their worth, demanding explanations. But every time you do this, you're actually confirming her worst fears. You're showing her that you're needy, that you can't handle her emotional waves.
If you ask her to go out and she keeps saying she's busy or always has an excuse, understand that. If she's not making herself available to see you, she is not interested.
And that kills attraction faster than anything. The right move? Stay calm and give her space. Don't try to force her to explain her feelings. Let her work through this internal conflict on her own terms. When she sees you're not falling apart over her distance, when she realizes you're not going to chase or become desperate, her fear starts to fade. That's when she comes back stronger. The second reason is she's testing what you're made of. This one's huge, and most guys never see it coming. When a woman starts pulling back after showing interest, it's often deliberate. She wants to see how you handle pressure, uncertainty, rejection. Can you stay grounded when things get rocky? Or do you crumble the moment she's not giving you constant validation? Modern women have learned to filter out weak energy, and testing is how they do it. She might stop replying to texts quickly, cancel plans last minute, or become mysteriously unavailable. It's not always because she's over you. She's trying to see if you'll pass her test or fail like most other guys. The guys who fail start sending paragraph-long messages explaining their feelings, asking what's wrong, begging for attention. They show her they're controlled by her emotions, and that's an instant attraction killer. A woman wants a man who can lead her through life, not someone who falls apart the moment she's not being sweet and accommodating. But if you stay calm, composed, and unbothered by her sudden coldness, she notices. She starts to feel respect, and respect leads to attraction. You're showing her you're emotionally independent and not afraid of losing someone who's unsure about you. That's real masculine power. Another major reason is she's battling her own past. Sometimes her distance has nothing to do with you and everything to do with her history. She's been hurt before, betrayed, abandoned. So when real feelings start developing, it triggers those old wounds. She's not pushing you away. She's pushing away the fear of repeating past pain. Most men take this personally and start trying to fix her, prove they're different, or overcompensate with affection. But that actually makes things worse because it confirms her fear that emotions bring instability. What she needs is consistency, not panic.
Believe in yourself. When you think you can't do this, or you're just not good at it, is the time you need to believe in yourself the most. The way you look at yourself is the way the world will look at you.
She needs to see that you won't fall apart when she's dealing with her demons. The fourth reason is she wants to see if you'll chase. This is a big one. When she creates space, she's watching to see what you do. Will you panic and blow up her phone? Will you start chasing validation? Or will you maintain your composure and let her make the next move? Many women will subconsciously test men this way to gauge their value and emotional strength. If you chase, you're telling her she's the prize and you're desperate for her approval. But if you remain calm and patient, you remind her that you're valuable too. This creates mutual respect instead of one-sided desperation. The fifth reason might surprise you. She's afraid you'll see the real her. The more connected she feels, the more vulnerable she becomes. She starts worrying that if you get too close, you'll see her flaws, insecurities, and emotional baggage. So she pulls back before you can reject the authentic version of herself. This fear doesn't show up as honest communication. It shows up as distance, coldness, confusing behavior. She's not running from you. She's running from the risk of being seen and potentially rejected at her most vulnerable state. The sixth reason is she doesn't think she deserves you. In a world where confidence is often confused with self-worth, many women struggle with deep insecurities. If you're bringing stability, maturity, and genuine interest, it can intimidate a woman who's used to drama and games. She might start questioning why someone like you would want someone like her.
Remember, the first step to forgiveness is the realizing that the other person was wrong.
Instead of risking eventual heartbreak, she'll create distance now to protect herself from what she believes is inevitable disappointment. She might even sabotage the connection by picking fights or acting uninterested. The final reason is she wants proof you're different from every other man who's disappointed her. She's been promised things before by men who started strong then disappeared when things got real. So even though she's attracted to you, she's cautious. She's testing to see how you'll react when things aren't smooth and easy. She doesn't always say this directly. Instead, she watches your behavior under pressure. Will you stay calm when she's cold? Will you remain consistent when she's unsure? Your response in these moments reveals your true character. Here's the bottom line. When a woman pushes you away even though she wants you, it's rarely about rejection. It's about fear, self-doubt, or testing your emotional strength. Most men react with emotion, start chasing, or collapse under pressure. But the man who stays calm, unbothered, and grounded becomes the one she trusts and eventually chooses. This isn't about playing games or manipulation. It's about understanding what's really happening beneath the surface and responding with masculine leadership instead of emotional reactivity. Let her push. Let her test. Let her work through her fears. Your power is in not being shaken by temporary storms. When she realizes she can't break your frame, when she sees you won't chase or fall apart over her confusion, that's when she truly begins to open up. Because now she knows she's dealing with a different kind of man, one who leads with strength instead of reacting with weakness.